and gentlemen, how do you do? I'm gonna show you a trick or two. Let's bring out Jim and write his name. Ah, beautiful. Let's take his hat and do the same. Ah, I love it so far. All right. What can we add to the name of Jim to show that his hat belongs to him? Do you know? We'll take a guess. It's good old apostrophe S. Apostrophe S. Apostrophe S. It shows the things that we possess. Jim's hat. Jim's hat. The hat is Jim's, and that's that.
The dog's bone fell in the water.
Alright guys, how many of you enjoyed the video? I hope that you enjoyed them because every single time I prepare a video, I have fun preparing those videos for you. I have a question for you. In the video, we have Jim, and Jim is a boy. But what would happen if we had more boys? How would we write the form? How would we write the plural possessive form of boys? Boys is plural. It means that it is more than one boy. It is 2 or 3 or more boys, and it ends with an S. How would we write the plural possessive form of boys? Alright, now let's go back to Jim. Jim is a boy, but Jim can also be a man. What would happen if we had more men? Yes, men. Men is the plural form for man. And men does not carry an S, but men is plural. How would we write the plural possessive form of men? Alright, well, let's read here to find out and see how would we write the plural possessive form of those nouns. Alright, we have plural possessive noun. A plural possessive noun shows that more than one person or thing possesses, which means own, an object. Let's read the first rule here. To make a plural noun possessive, just add an apostrophe after the S. For example, we have kids. The noun kids means that we have more than one kid. More than one kid. So it means that we have 2, 3 or more kids, right? And if kids ends with an S because it is plural. So if we want to form the plural possessive form of kids, what are we going to do? We're only going to add an apostrophe at the end. We are not going to add an S. Kids already ends with an S. So we're only going to add an apostrophe. And then we go back to boys. You remember from Jim? Boys end with an S because it's plural. So how do we write the plural possessive form of boys? Can you tell me? Very good. We only add an apostrophe at the end. Alright, good job. Now let's go to the second rule. Add an apostrophe S when a plural noun does not end in S. Example, children. Children here, the noun children is plural. It does not end with an S, but children is plural. Therefore, if we want to form the plural possessive form of children, then the rule says that we add an apostrophe S. Apostrophe S. So then we go back to men. You remember we spoke about men? Alright, men is plural. So how do we write the plural possessive form of men? Come on guys, put on your thinking cap. Alright, very good. Men does not end with an S. Therefore, when we write the plural possessive form of men, we add an apostrophe S. Very good. Alright, let's do a few other examples using sentences from the story, the eggs. Alright, the first one here. The eggs' colors were beautiful. Let's read that one more time. The eggs' colors were beautiful. Here we have the noun eggs. Eggs. Eggs here, the plural form of the noun eggs, it ends with an S, right? Because it means that there's more than one egg. It's 2, 3, or more eggs. So when we are going to write the plural possessive form of eggs, we only add an apostrophe. And the apostrophe here is what shows the relationship of eggs and colors. So here, the plural possessive form of eggs is eggs with the apostrophe at the end. Now, the second sentence here we have the chicks' chores began early in the morning. Let's read it one more time. The chicks' chores began early in the morning. Alright, here the noun chicks ends with an S because it's talking about more than one chick. 2, 3, or more chicks. Therefore, it ends with an S. So for us to write the plural possessive form of chicks, we only add an apostrophe. Only add an apostrophe. Now, it is important for us to know that we have other irregular nouns. We have other irregular nouns such as children and men. We also have women. Women is the plural form of woman. We also have teeth. Teeth is the plural form of tooth. We also have geese. Geese is the plural form of goose. And there are other several irregular nouns. And these nouns does not carry an S, but they are plural. So when you want to write the plural possessive noun of the plural possessive form of these nouns, you will add an apostrophe S. But if you have a plural noun that ends with an S, then you only add an apostrophe. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and I'm looking forward for your participation in the engagement. See you!
Alright, so for my grammar engagement, Activity 1, have students produce orally at least 1 to 3 plural possessive nouns while playing the game I have, you have. For example, when I call them via video call on WhatsApp, I would tell them I have brothers who have the correct spelling of the noun sisters in this sentence. So they would have to read the sentence. My twin blank birthday is this Saturday, and they would have to use the correct form of the plural possessive noun, sisters. So this was done via video call, but I had some parents record them to be able to present the evidence.
I have 1 minute.
Alright, so this was for the first one, and I did 3 with him.
have James.
I have James, which is correct because James ends with an S. So to form the plural possessive form of that would be just to add an apostrophe. So move on to the other one.
I have sisters.
All right, very good, and that is correct because woman is plural and it does not end with an S. Therefore, to form the plural possessive form of it, you add an apostrophe S. So I enjoyed doing this activity with my students, and I believe that they enjoyed it as well, as it was a form of a game, other than just having them complete our worksheet. Doing it in this way, they did have had fun. So differentiation helps lower students produce orally at least one possessive, plural possessive noun while playing I have, you have. Alright. So activity 2, students are given 1 to 4 sentences to analyze the correct form of plural possessive nouns, and students will justify their answers orally. So I gave them 4 sentences here. Some of them would have the correct form of plural possessive nouns, and some of them would be incorrect. So therefore, they would have to analyze the sentence and see if it is the plural possessive form is used correctly, or if it is wrong, and then they would have to make the corrections, and I would call them and they would have to justify their answer. Here we have the evidence of the work being completed. Number 1, the boy's cereal bowl fell off the top shelf. He made the correction here. Then number 2 says this is correct. So let's hear his justification.
The sentence is wrong because the boys is a plural noun. So you should only add an apostrophe.
Alright, so since the noun boys ended with an S, to make it plural possessive, you should only add an apostrophe. And let's hear the second one.
The sentence is correct because else is a plural noun, so you just add an apostrophe.
Alright, so this is his feedback. So the exploration. As students, what would happen if when we wrote sentences, we would not use any apostrophes? Have them explain in their own words.
I don't know how many dogs I will have in my sentence. For example, my dog's chains were stolen. You see that apostrophe S? But if we didn't have that apostrophe S, you wouldn't know how many dogs I will have.
And I really like this little girl. She always thinking out of the box. She's really clever. With this student, I feel that I get challenged sometimes. So I really enjoyed hearing her response. Now, misconceptions. I really like how I have some parents that are very supportive, and even though I would have some students, slower students, I try to encourage them, and I really admire parents that would work along with me and to help their child. As in this case,
Miss Coye, while words like don't or can is not possessive nouns.
Alright, so this child, his mom is really supportive, and I like the fact that they don't limit him because if he is a slower student or whatever, their parent is always very supportive. So this is the question, which was a really good question. Why are these words like don't? Why are they not possessive nouns? And that's a really good question because don't has an apostrophe. So he's wondering why the word don't is not a plural, is not a possessive noun since it has an apostrophe. So I explained that the word don't is a contraction. A contraction has an apostrophe that takes the place of letters. For example, I am. So you use the apostrophe here to make the word smaller. Like for example, I am, we remove the A and then we join it. Therefore, we form one word instead of having two words there. For example, she is, so we form a contraction word by adding an apostrophe. So instead of saying she is, we remove the I and we say she's. There we use the apostrophe, right? Because the apostrophe takes the place of the letters and makes them into one word. So we have, and then we add the apostrophe, we remove the HA and we say we've, right? So I explained to them that the use of apostrophe here is to replace letters. It takes the letters to make the word shorter and make it into one word. But in the possessive noun, the apostrophe shows possession. It shows possession. So I really enjoyed this question because it is something that they would find confusing. I really like the fact that they brought it up because yes, probably in sentences they would have gotten confusing, but by bringing up this question I was able to make this correction of their misconception. And when they read a sentence on the future and they see contraction words like this, they will know that the use of the apostrophe is not to show possession but to like make the word smaller, right? And in the possessive noun, well, the apostrophe is used for possession. So I enjoyed clearing up this misconception. And my closure, have students write two complete sentences using the apostrophe correctly to form plural possessive nouns. Teacher will call students on video chat and will have them read the sentence orally. So here is my evidence.
The trees, leaves are real. The men's shirt were black.